Welcome to the deep dive. If you've been anywhere online recently, you know the story. AI is changing everything.
It's everywhere.
But the really wild stories, they're not coming from Silicon Valley. They're coming from, bedrooms and dorm rooms. We're seeing these viral posts about Gen Z entrepreneurs pulling in just, frankly, insane amounts of money.
Oh, yeah. 10, 20, even $50,000 a month.
50,000 a month, all from these so-called AI side hustles.
The noise around this is deafening. And usually where there's that much smoke, the fire is pretty small. But this time, it feels different.
It does.
Our sources suggest the fire is real. It's just very specific. So our mission today is to cut through all that clickbait hype and really extract what's working. We're focusing only on the 5 practical, high-earning AI side hustles that are genuinely delivering.
Repeatable income. That's the key, right? Repeatable. AI has been sold as this entrepreneurship cheat code.
That's the term, yeah.
Because the startup costs are low, automation is easy, you've got this global reach instantly. But if it's that easy, why isn't everyone making 50 grand a month?
Because that's a fundamental misunderstanding of what AI is. It's not a replacement for talent. It's a multiplier.
A multiplier. Okay, explain that.
It takes a skill you already have. Let's say you're good at video editing or writing persuasive copy, and it lets you scale your output by 10, maybe 100 times.
And that's where the Gen Z advantage clicks into place. They're digital natives. They don't have to unlearn these old analog ways of doing things.
Exactly. For them, AI isn't some gimmick. It's just infrastructure. It's foundational. And that gives them this completely unfair speed advantage.
They just adopt the tools faster.
Way faster. They're less precious about the old process. If an AI agent can save them 3 hours, they just deploy it immediately. An older generation might spend a week thinking about the risks. That bias towards action is everything.
Okay, let's unpack this then and maybe bring in a little dose of realism. Before we get to the successes, we have to talk about failure. Most people who try these hustles, they fail. They quit. Why?
It's really a business discipline barrier. Our analysis of forums, Reddit, creator communities, it all shows that something like 90% of these attempted AI hustles just fail.
90%.
And for 2 main reasons. First, a total lack of what I'd call brutal consistency. People treat it like a lottery ticket. They try for a week, they don't see results, and they're out.
And the second reason?
Zero niche specialization. They take a general AI tool and try to solve a general problem. That never works. Success only comes when you use AI to solve a specific, really painful problem for a very, very defined audience.
So it's about augmenting your strategy, not automating your failure. That makes sense. Okay, so before anyone rushes off to build something, let's talk about the traps. What are the big, overhyped hustles we should absolutely avoid?
Right. If you want real, stable income, you have to steer clear of these. Number 1, and this was a gold rush a year ago, is trying to build your own ChatGPT clone.
Oh, I've seen these everywhere.
The market is it's beyond saturated. The cost to develop and maintain a competitive model, plus you have no original IP. There's just zero real consumer demand for another wrapper. Too much friction, no defense.
So unless you've got VC funding, leave the language model infrastructure to the big guys. Got it. What's next?
Amazon KDP. Specifically, using AI to generate entire books.
Just spamming out low-effort content?
Exactly. And Amazon has caught on. They are aggressively, and I mean aggressively, banning accounts that just push out unedited AI-generated stuff. That well is dry. And trying to drink from it now just risks a lifetime ban.
So you're just replacing human creativity with AI quantity. That's the failure principle.
What's the way to put it?
Okay, and the last one, the riskiest of them all.
Crypto trading bots. You see these promoted all over YouTube. They promise passive income. But with the volatility of crypto and the complexity of these algorithms, the data shows 90% of retail users lose money.
It's a gamble disguised as a side hustle.
Absolutely. Stick to providing value, not algorithmic speculation.
Okay, so noted. Avoid the clones, avoid the spam, avoid the bots. Now that we've cleared out the dead ends, let's get to it. The 5 hustles that are actually working right now. Let's start with what seems like the B2B favorite. AI automation agencies, AAAs.
This is probably the most sustainable model because you're selling something every business owner wants, their time back.
Right.
And AAA is basically a consultancy. You automate core business functions, stuff like qualifying leads, setting up appointment confirmations, handling basic customer service questions, generating personalized email campaigns.
You're selling custom-built efficiency, and the target is so clear. Small businesses, dentists, law offices, real estate agents, they're desperate for this stuff but have no idea how to build it themselves.
Precisely. And the best part is you don't need to code anymore. Gen Z operators are using these incredibly powerful no-code tools. The big ones are Make.com and Zapier AI. They let you just string together different services.
Now, the earning range here is cited as $2,000 to $30,000 a month. That is a massive spread. What's the difference between the person making 2 grand and the one making 30?
It really boils down to two things: how specific their niche is and how complex the solution is. The person at 2000 is probably doing simple, one-off jobs like setting up a scheduling bot.
Okay.
The person making 30,000, they're selling high-value recurring contracts. They're fixing a critical business bottleneck like lead qualification. They charge a big setup fee plus a monthly retainer because that automation directly makes the client more money.
Okay, let's switch gears. Hustle number 2, faceless YouTube automation with AI.
This one is huge. It proves you don't have to be an influencer to earn a creator's income.
So how does it work?
It works by targeting audiences who are looking for information, where the narrator's face is totally irrelevant.
But how do they pump out content so fast without a huge team?
It's a workflow that's just built for speed. ChatGPT generates the script. The voiceover is done by a synthetic voice tool like 11 Labs. Then the video is put together with stock footage or AI video tools like Pika and edited super fast in something like CapCut Pro.
That whole pipeline allows for daily uploads. And since they don't have brand deals at the start, where's the money coming from?
It's monetized through high CPMs, that's the cost per mil, or what advertisers pay per 1,000 views.
How does anyone new even stand a chance?
That's a fair challenge. The newcomers who succeed, they aren't just automating production, they're automating ideation.
Okay, hustle number 3. This one moves into working directly with big brands. AI user-generated content. AI UGC.
Yes, and brands are desperate for this. They want content that feels authentic and relatable, not like a polished TV ad. Gen Z creators provide that authenticity, but they kick it up a notch with AI.
So they're still filming themselves, but they're using AI for the polish.
Exactly. They might use Midjourney for a cool product mock-up, or Runway to create a virtual background, or add dynamic text overlays that would take in hours in After Effects.
And what are we talking about in terms of income for this?
This is really solid, quick money. The range is typically between $100 and $600 per video. Per video. And a huge advantage is that the marketplace is already there. You can find these jobs on the TikTok Creator Marketplace or on platforms like Billo and Astara IQ, where brands are actively looking for creators.
That's a super clear path to getting paid. All right, let's move to number 4, which is kind of an old classic with a new twist. E-commerce and drop shipping, but with auto-generated ads.
People are calling this the new gold rush. It fixes the biggest problem with old-school drop shipping, which was the cost and time of testing ads.
So where does the AI fit into this model?
4 key places. First is product research, finding those trending niche items. Second is writing the ad scripts. Third is generating the ad voiceovers, again with something like 11 Labs. But the real magic is in the creative testing.
Okay.
Instead of a human testing 10 versions of an ad, an AI can generate and test thousands of tiny variations, different hooks, visuals, music, and find the winning combo almost instantly. The earning potential here is, well, it's pretty much uncapped. We're seeing cases of $20,000 a month and way higher.
Wild. Okay, and finally, hustle number 5. This one sounds the most passive. Micro AI tools and templates. Digital assets.
This is probably the fastest growing digital product market for 2025. You're basically monetizing a setup process. You're selling the solution to a common problem.
Like what specifically?
Things like highly specific prompt packs for marketers, or really sophisticated Canva templates that have AI features built in, or pre-built automations for Notion.
And the barrier to entry is basically zero, just your time and whatever tool subscription you already have. Where do people sell these things?
All over the place. Etsy is surprisingly huge for prompt packs and templates. Gumroad is another big one. The income is really robust, and it's passive once the product is made. We're seeing ranges from $500 to $10,000 a month.
Solve a problem once, sell the solution 1,000 times.
That's the entire mindset.
Okay, so we have these 5 really solid models, but it can't just be about knowing which button to click. What are the real skills that Gen Z is developing that make this work?
That is the most important question, because the tool is not the skill. They are mastering these adjacent practical skills. The other big skills are video editing and creative direction. The AI can give you the raw materials, but a human still needs to understand pacing, emotional hooks, visual flow, And also micro-automation skills, just knowing how to connect 2 or 3 different apps to work together seamlessly.
And the one skill AI can't do.
Selling and outreach. At the end of the day, whether you're running an agency or selling a video, you have to find clients, understand their pain, and close the deal. This is why you see a lot of them using micro-learning resources or even certification prep tools like Certs Hero.
Speed and application over everything. Let's make this real. Ground it in the case studies that prove this works.
Okay, case one. A 19-year-old running a lead gen automation agency. They're niche real estate agents.
A classic small business with a big pain point.
A huge pain point. Speed to lead. They set up an AI system to triage inbound leads 204/7 and follow up with personalized emails before a human even sees the lead. By solving that one critical problem, that agency is doing $25,000 a month, recurring.
Wow. Solving a high-value bottleneck gets you premium pay. Okay, what about the YouTube success story?
A 17-year-old with a faceless YouTube channel. It focuses on explaining complex technology in a simple way. They're at $40,000 a month.
40,000.
And not just by automating production, but by achieving incredible scale. They're posting high-quality, 10-minute videos 4 or 5 times a week. That pace is it's impossible for a human team.
Pure scale through automation. That's an amazing roadmap. So for someone listening right now who wants to jump in, what are the first actionable steps?
It requires just ruthless focus. Step 1, pick one niche, not 3. One specific audience with one clear problem. Step 2, pick one offer. Solve that one problem with one product or service.
And use the AI intelligently.
Yes. Use AI to speed up your process, accelerate your research, your creation, your testing. Do not use it to replace your core creativity or your strategic thinking. If you try to automate your brain, you create spam. If you enhance your brain, you create value.
And you have to focus on distribution. A great product that no one sees is worthless.
You have to go where the audience is. Focus on short-form video from day one. TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts. That's how you build visibility fast. And finally, you have to adopt the mindset. Reinvent fast, fail fast, and scale fast. Don't wait for perfect.
This really feels like we're on the edge of a new economic era. The barrier to entry for building a business has just never been lower. AI is the tool that lets this generation multiply their reach.
It's the tool that turns potential into scalable profit. Instantly.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. Look at the 5 models we just detailed. The agency, YouTube, UGC, e-commerce, and templates. Which one of those aligns with the skill you already have? And what's one simple automation you could build today to multiply that skill and create your first focused offer? The goal isn't 40,000 a month tomorrow. The goal is to create that first piece of automation that makes you indispensable.